Oh my God. They found me. I don't know how, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Hey YouTube, PhatPastor here. How is everyone? I hope this stream finds you well wherever you are and whatever you're doing. We have got hopefully some interesting, entertaining things for you tonight. We are going to go back and do the Crazy Pony battery test we did last week, leaving them charged for a week, not doing anything, see how it works. And we got mail time tonight, and also we're going to be talking about the upcoming drone race, which is Saturday. If you guys are local, we are having a 65mm open class and a UDL spec race at Crossroads Gym. So if you can come out, we'll be talking about that. I'll be answering your questions. I've had some people having some questions about it, what to bring,
Johnny
so
Scars.
forth.
B-Rad Alston River City RVA.
B-Rad. Johnny Scars. How are you guys? Haven't seen B-Rad on here in a while. Glad to have you. If you're the B-Rad I'm thinking of. If not, welcome to the channel. But I think you are. And Mr. Johnny Scars is on early. So, yeah, I'm excited about the race. Got a lot of things I want to go over tonight. I got the mailbag. I've got quite a bit of packages to go over and things in the mail today. Got it come in for the race just in time. Got some of you might be interested in this. So, yeah, we're going to do that, and we're going to talk about the race, and I'll answer your questions. Yep, B-Rad. Met me at Mindfed. I thought that was you. Yeah, just didn't remember the River City RVA as part of it. Yep, I remember you, brother. I think I still got the little neck thing that you made up for Minefield. So yeah, if you're in the area, you should come and join us at the race Saturday. It'll be from noon till 8 p.m. So we're gonna fit in 2 specs in that amount of time. So we're gonna have to push it, but we can do that. It wouldn't be the first time I've had to rush a race out. Don't do much FPV, but gotta show my support when I can. Hey, I appreciate it, man. Stop by. I've got if you're able to stop by, I've got a DJI Neo that I'd like somebody to fly while we're indoors, while we're racing, to get some stock footage for. Oh, you're in Richmond, Virginia. You're not in the area. Why was I thought you were. I get people confused all the time. Sorry about that. I thought you were just west of Nashville. So my bad, brother. But you're still welcome to stop by if you want to drive from Virginia. The snow
8bit_FPV Scourge.
Yeah, the snow off the roads are all melted here. We got about 4 inches, and then it snowed a little bit again, and all of it. And yep, let's see if that works with Mike.
Skydozer FPV. Hey boys.
Yep. If you want it to read what you put on there, you got to put the exclamation point back in again. So we're back to doing that again. So that way, if private conversation wants to happen, then that can happen, and it will not. It won't. No, it will announce when people come in, but I know sometimes you guys like to have conversations back and forth. But I'm excited about the race. I got, man, I've done a ton of stuff new for trackside. Hopefully, if everything goes like we have planned, this race should be. We are, and I do plan on live streaming it. It should be one of the best races that we've put on. We got about 6 inches of snow yesterday. Started melting this evening, but cold at 25. Yeah, the sun come out and got it today. It stayed cold here, but the sun took care of it here in Middle Tennessee. So, yeah.
Robot dude.
Yeah, call him Jarvis. I've got to look. He used to. They must have updated it or something when they updated Google Chrome. He sounded more like Jarvis from Iron Man when I first selected that actual name. So I've got to look through a bunch of other ones, but that's what it's supposed to be like. Yeah, Jarvis is what I call him. So, if during any time, if you've got questions about the race or anything, or questions in general,
I gave my new dentist your old name. I was calling her Killdozer, lol, cause how she was drilling on my teeth.
yeah. So she had that gentle touch. Is that what you're saying, 8-bit? Yeah, I hate to go to the dentist. I hate to have anybody's hands in my mouth. Can't stand it. So, yep, this is how we're going to go. You set up the questions. I'll knock them down, and we'll talk about other stuff. So we're going to pick up from old business right off the bat. Oh, I forgot to read the early birds. Let me do that now. Get here early. The fat boy will read your name. Soki Multi-Rotor. That's one of my extra accounts. Rabble looks like he was the first one here. Johnny Scars, B-Rad, and 8-bit Skydozer. And that's the early birds. If you want to get here.
She was doing all right. Yeah, not bad actually. She was a little thang.
She a little thing. So, all right. All right. So here's what we're going to do is we're going to, first thing is jump over here to the bench. And remember last week, someone had these drops shipped to me. They're the Crazy Pony. I ride on them because I want to know the date when I get a battery. They're the Crazy Pony 450s high volt with the little pigtail, and they end up weighing less than the Lava 450s. But one of them that I have marked on the pigtail, yeah, this one. You can see the yellow marked on the pigtail that I did last time. Let's plug it up and see if it was able to hold a charge, because all of the other ones did last week. Someone asked me, if you charge up your batteries and you leave them,
the nurse assistant could have improved on her suction skills. I was drowning a couple times, lol.
Let's see. Is this the... Yep, this one has. Let me plug them all up and I'll show you. It looks like it like this one now. Remember last week I said that that I think I might have used it on the bench because it was a little bit low. This is a good way to tell if your batteries are getting damaged by letting them stay on charge. You don't want to let them stay much longer than a week on 1S. Yeah, now that one, I don't know if you can see it. Let me... turn it up on that side last time. You could. All right. See, they're all right at 430, which is about right. So the other one was like at 420 when I ran it. So yeah, it was probably just that I used it on the bench. So what I'm going to do now, so I don't kill them, is I've got it set on storage. So I'm going to bring them all down to storage voltage. So yeah, that should answer your question. I hope that doesn't mess with you guys too much. I prefer a manual one. So I haven't got remotes to fiddle with or all that stuff while I'm trying to run a stream. So the question on that was, someone asked me, how long can you leave?
Reminds me, I had some charged and ready. Then the wind got rock steady and changed my plans. I need to discharge M to storage, hope I ain't lost any.
Okay, why did that not show up here? There it goes. All right. Yep. Just making sure my chat works right. Well, I'm glad it reminded you, 8-bit. Somebody asked me how long can you leave them set up or leave them charged. Come on. I could just touch it. No, I think I turned it back off. Squirrel. There we go. Someone asked me how long, after what time do you start doing damage to a 1S if you just leave it charged? And I would say you're safe. We just tested here on these new batteries for about a week. I wouldn't do it all the time. Now, if you run it down below storage, if you run it down to like 4.2,
Creeping up on the third day charged, 1S.
Yeah, well, see, this was 7 days on these, and I think you'll be fine. But if you run it down below, like to 4.2, or even run it down below 4, you need to pop it on the charger for a little while. Don't leave it setting really, really low. There was, I don't remember who asked that question, but we have the test right there. So these crazy ponies will get a workout this weekend at the race. So the jury is still out on their efficiency and how well they work and all of that. So yeah, that was just to continue that. We'll get them on storage charge, and I think they were a gram or two lighter. So those of you in UDL that are like gram, well, you got to be 40 grams all up. That is including your battery. So, and you have to use a 450 milliamp. So those of you that are right at it, these Crazy Pony, if they're any good, they are folded cells, not rolled. So we will see. I think they're made by the same people that do Weebleed's 450 milliamp with the pigtail on it. Not for sure, but they'll get a good test this weekend, and so we'll see how that goes. You guys know me. I might burn them up or something, like run them down and kill them like a first race or something. I do. You too. So, all right. So we got that out of the way. Now, mail time is going to take a little while. Did you guys just hear that? I don't know if you heard it, but the P1, not the P1, the A1 Mini has finished a print. Come with me. I want them to have audio. I'm not taking my microphone. I am printing trophies for the race this weekend. So I knew this one would be getting done about that time. So I got my laptop here, and I'm going to start 2 more bases. Give me 1 second. Just to send this over to the printer. And I love the bamboo. There we are. Sending it over. It is sending now. Okay. When we get to the trophy part, I will show you guys what this is. It's got something on the other side, but I'll show you what it is. There she goes, making the sounds that it's all done. All right, where was I at? What? Squirrel. What's that? I need to put the squirrel memes back in, our clips back in here. So, all right. Mail time. That's what I was going to do.
Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail time. Mail time.
The mail's here! Here's the mail that never fails. It makes me want to wag my tail. When it comes, I want a whale. Mail!
It makes me smile to think my friends will say, I wonder what's in the mail today. What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today? I wonder.
Mail call! Copperbottom! This is... Oh, is there anything for me? Oh, I got something for you. That's from my sister.
I recognize the handwriting.
What's in the mail today? What's in the mail today? Woo!
All right. Gonna first talk about... I don't do that. Let's first talk about this little jewel here. In the mail from my buddy Skip. He has started a store where you can go on and order custom. Tell that to my sister. But he's got some things on there, TinyRacer.com, and go over there and look him up. He sent me a set of skip sticks. These are not rip sticks. These are different. These are a kind that he has designed, and well, you know something about this. What, printing or the mail time? So I got the Mobula 704 in the mail today. All right, man, I got one. I'm supposed to have one coming. I've checked it. It's been in customs in Singapore for... I haven't checked it today, so let me know what you... Teeny... Oh, yeah. I bet you do. These are stick-ins for thumbers and pinchers, or hybrid thumbers, and I have checked them out. I've done a little bit of simming with them. I already opened them, did a little bit of simming with them already. I like them. The downside that I have to them is the boxer is... Oops, I didn't mean to hit my microphone if that was loud on your guys' end. Sorry about that. I see a clip mark in there. Probably clipped. The downside is when I put them on my boxer, which is now, which is my go-to. It's back to my go-to. I've settled on the Boxer over the GX12. Anybody got a Boxer Crush or something like that, that you're willing to trade for a GX12, message me on the Discord. And speaking of the Discord, let me go ahead and drop an invite to the Discord. It's free. There was several people on last night just having a good time and chatting and racing and talking about airplanes, and we just had a good time in it. Now Jarvis is going to read this probably not. Oh, I didn't put the exclamation point. He won't. Well, that's good. Won't have to be listening to that. And if we have time when we're all done, 8-bit, I don't think your boxers would fit me. Yeah, I don't think there was yeah. Do you like the way it feels? Is this just me, or is this camera a little bit out of focus? Focus. There we go. All right. So the problem is when I put the sticks on, it doesn't. I faithfully use the gimbal guard on this, and I guess I need to wallow it out. I don't know if I'm ready to cut it out or not. I am a big fan of the TBS Crown jewels on a radio, so I don't know. I might end up putting them on my Zorro, which I like it, man. It's my all around favorite. I gave the GX12 a fair shake. It's just the way that I fly with a lanyard, and I set it right up against my belly, and I kind of hold it with these fingers underneath it and fly a hybrid. And well, I don't really hold the weight of it. And the big difference, and we talked about it this last week, I'm not going to go into it now, but the big difference is the GX12 is like a lot shorter. It's not, I don't think it's any thinner. It might be a little bit in the girth, but I need this extra room right here for when I hold it like this, and like this. That's how I'll hold it. I'll use these here for my, and of course I pull it up against my palms, or where I push in more, and this palm area from about here or so down, you don't have it on the GX12. I've got the GX12. You don't need, well, I can show you. It's my stream. I can show you. That can take time. For the new people watching, it's like we talked about this last week. See, here is the GX12, and I don't, when I'm on the sticks, like right here, see, it needs just about an inch or two more, and so it slides around on me when I'm flying, and I don't like that. So here it is, brand new, just simmed on it, and only flew probably 4 packs IRL from inside my camper. So, and of course it's got the case with it and the little floaty sticks. The gimbals, I like the gimbals on it. I like the gimbals on it a little, and the folding sticks. I like that better on the GX12 than I do the Radio Master, but it just doesn't work for me. I was really pushing myself on the sim to try to get a good time on the UDL track, and I could really tell it because this would just start sliding around under my hands. So, yep. Tyrannus. Let me think about it. No. I've got a T16 up here also that I've not flown. And well, since I flew them, all my airplanes are on it. I need to take the time one day to get everything for all of my airplanes switched over to the Boxer, and then I'll have that one to get rid of in a giveaway or something like that. All right, the next thing. Oh, okay. Next thing. This is the way. This is the way to go. The little goofy looking one was in this. It's teardrop looking one. It's cheaper by about $3 than this, but this one, in my opinion, is. I checked them both side by side, and to make sure they were. Oh, all right. So I was checking them side by side, and they both read the same thing. I think they both have very similar internal components with them, but you guys that watched this and kept up with it, this is for checking the tack speed on, and of course you got an on and off button on this one. You can see that right there, very clear. Push the button, and in between those lines there that it's reflecting, it thinks that is. And I let go. I turned it off during that. You could say something again. But if you noticed, yeah, I turned them off during mail time because it sounded like it was doing double audio, at least on my end. But you saw that how it kept it, you know. And when you're done, you know, it just shuts back off. So see, it's reading it's reading those lines there, and I'm going to let go of it, and it's going to show me for a little bit that 1,072 RPM, 72.5 RPMs. Then it goes off. You don't have to worry about shutting it off. You can put it back in the case. So I don't know if I like this case or not. And I mean, it looks, you wear that on your side at a race, and
Believe me.
somebody will think that you're carrying, which that might not be a bad thing, but some people might get scared or something like that. You know, don't want to scare any people. This is what it looks like on Amazon. I think it was $18 to $20 on Amazon. I don't have a affiliate link below, but you know, you can just look up digital tachometer and this will come up. I think it's good. This will also get a test this weekend. We are going to be checking KV on UDL during the UDL race. So, yep, that's let me put it back in the box. Got that down, and we've got some other things. A couple of things I don't know. One thing I want to show you. Another thing I just can't show you because it's just too much. And of course, I got another. You cannot, if you're in UDL, you can't have enough of these. Got more of those, so those are self-explanatory in my opinion. This is, of course, my opinion. These are the best batteries for UDL, hands down. Now, what about, you say, what about these? I don't know. But on Amazon, I think these were more than these, but I think you get 6 or something. I don't know. They changed them or something. Or I think I've got 2 that I've not even taken out. Yeah. I think you come with 6. They're about the same price. So if they end up being close, I will let you know probably on that live stream. Join us. You should see us streaming, if everything goes well with the connection. Saturday we should be streaming the race. here on this channel. So, and which one? And I got these. This is just a package of these. And I've showed you guys before what I do on when I'll write the date on them. On the regular batteries, I color the hot side, the flat side. I will take it and color that in with this yellow marker, yellow paint stick. It's not a marker, it's a paint stick. So that when I don't have my glasses on and I'm switching batteries in a heat, because you always have somebody that's late and you're sitting there with HDzero and it's cooking, and you know, it's just part of racing. Somebody's always late, and then, you know, everybody's got to do a battery swap. So it's good to have that, so I don't got to grab my glasses and put them back on. I can just see it. So if you are like me and you wear big grandpa glasses and you don't wear them when you got your goggles on, that's a good way. Just mark your battery so you can see them.
I use them to do a lot of my custom colors on my builds.
Yep, they work good. I have a set of them that I've not even opened. Yeah, I use.
Pastor, what's the lightest 450 mAh battery? I need to shave a gram off one of my igniters. I'm using web leads with the leads right now.
Well, those crazy ponies. These crazy ponies right here are lighter than the lava 450s. We'll see it just a second. Let me show you these. Now these are all yellow ones. I hope I didn't order 2 sets of all yellow ones. No, I don't think I did. Mail time. I got to open it up. I ain't even looked at it. This is supposed to be multicolored. A multicolored box. See, white, black, or colored. I hope it's not all yellow. I hope they didn't get it wrong. If they did, he's going back. It's Amazon. Wrong end. But we'll see. Nope. There's all the colors. So, yeah. Hang on. Don't let me forget to answer that question, Johnny. I'm going to put it up on the screen so that I will weigh it. Let me get this stuff squared away, and we got a little bit more of mail time, and we'll get to that question. Right now, the best, I think the old white.
You have to shave a grandma off what? That is crazy.
Off of his UDL. You don't have to be 40 grams. It's at least 40 grams. But with the way you fly, I understand why you're wanting to do that. Johnny's pretty fast, guys.
I mean, the grandmas shave that often, man.
Oh. You and your jokes. You're about as bad as me. Your dad jokes. Let's just see. I'll use a brand new one. Let's open a lava battery. I think those are about 12 grams. Before I do that, let me show you what else come in the mail today, because I've already had this open and already been messing with it. So
Icky poo poo.
this is a reloading scale. Comes with a, I used to do, I still do every now and then, reloading of ammo. And this is a milligram scale. And comes with the weights and comes with a little scooper and the little pan. I don't know what I did with the pan. I've got a dozen of those from reloading. But what this does is,
Bro, get your grandma of my whoop.
this is a 3 decimal place scale. 12.239. Can you guys see that? I'm going to go ahead and, so that's 12.239. See how accurate it is.
Grandmas are like Velcro for whoops.
Yeah. 12.241. Let's see how much it varies. 12.35. So about 12.24. Let's just say that. 12.24. Let's grab one of these. No, those are not lighter. I thought they were. Maybe before I wrote all over them. Nope, those are heavier. 12.5. Let me see. I thought they were lighter last week. Maybe it was the Wee Bleeds. 12.475, so it's 12.5. So they're not according to this scale. And let me see if it's accurate or if I need to calibrate it. Yeah, that's within 9 thousandths. I think that's pretty close. Yeah, close enough for what we want to do. I'm thinking that might be the Wee Bleed that is that light. Let me see if this print is going, and I'll grab some other batteries. Answer that question. Yep, the print is going. Okay, let's go back on the bench. Here is the Wee Bleed. Maybe it's lighter than 12.2. Yes. Wee Bleed, 11.7. 11.73 and 12.2 for half a gram.
One to maybe consider. I think they're flat cells, Kodar batteries. It's been a couple years since I had them, but I remember them being kinda light compared to other batteries at the time.
Yeah, you want the new folded cells, what some people refer to them as the flat ones. You want the folded cells over the roll cells.
Been staying with my parents since Sunday. My heat doesn't work at my house. I have sinus issue that I'm hoping clears up all the way for Saturday.
Man, I hope so.
That
brother.
is about the weight of them Codders back then they were under 12.
Now see, the 550, that's 14. But we won't be racing that. So, yep, where's the other Wee Bleed? Right here. So, 11.6. And where was the 450? 12.24. So about 0.6 grams difference. So, and question somebody asked me, this battery's a little puffy. I don't know if you can see it. Got a little puff to it. This one has none. They're the same thing. Let's see if a puffy battery weighs more. Somebody said it should weigh less.
TinyWhoop 450 clocks in about 11.1. Sent pics on Discord.
Okay. 11.7 and 11.6. So yeah, you'll save about 1/2 gram if you go with the Weeb. I don't even know if they sell them anymore. Johnny, the Weebly 450s. You can see when I bought them in January of 2023.
Exiled Scoob. I am rough
So-
and stuff with my Afro puff.
How's it going, Scoob? Welcome back to the channel, man. If you guys would, while you're here, smash that like button for me. Doesn't cost you anything, and it helps the channel out. It's kind of like a tip. And if you like the kind of stuff that you see, you're into racing, you're into micros, you're into testing stuff, then subscribe. That would help the most. And or help more, and what will help the most is join and be a member. And you might be thinking, what's this for? It's so that you can get a whoop up past this weight here. You just hit that and tear it, and let's see how much that weighs. Overloaded. You can't get stuff too heavy on this. Let me make sure a UDL is not too heavy. I didn't think about that with. Let's grab my fattest one. This one by far is my heaviest one. So let me see if, I hope it's not. I have to send it back if it's, no. Without a battery, it's 30.425.
Raymond Correa.
So yeah, this is my fat one. But I bought it because it goes to the 3rd decimal place. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. So oh no. Anybody else have experienced that? Stuff just under your workbench is like, it's like the zone of no return or something. All right, so the lightest.
That's too much mathing.
Yep, the batteries that I run, Johnny, is these. This is what I'll be running primarily at the race for UDL.
Makes the brain ache.
Saturday, and the Weebly pigtail ones are about 6/10 lighter, so it'll get you halfway to your goal. One of the things that I do that might help you, I don't know which frame you're using, but all that mess back here, I trim it off. The little thing to hold the whatever, I always trim that off because I don't use it. And this one's my porker. This one's the pork chop. So I think some of you've seen it. I may fly it a time or two, especially if the media shows up. It's supposed to be somebody from the last I talked to Zach, somebody from TV channel. You can't really see it better in this. You can see it's blue, red, blue, and it's got the spinny lights.
I have a pack of We Bleed pigtails I saved for the race.
There you go. That should save you about a little over 1/2 gram. So that'll get you closer to your goal. But the Crazy Ponies weigh more. So, yep, that's a thing. So I keep this in it because 'cause this is going to be our scales for weighing. Make sure people meet spec by weight. So I had to add stuff to the analog to get it to meet weight. So, all right, more milk call. All right,
I
got.
put cobs all the way around my meteor frame. I could shave weight there, but I like the LEDs too much.
Oh yeah.
Are fractals allowed in UDL?
Yes, certain. Yes, the fractal 75, but not the plus. So I went ahead and got these for the race because I was looking. I was going to Lowe's tomorrow to get some PVC and stuff, but I noticed that Amazon, for whatever reason, Lowe's is normally cheaper, but Amazon now has all of the fittings that you need. This is the 4-way, and I've got some 5-ways already. Box of elbows, box of tees, and I don't have to open them all, and 45s to give you angled gate to make flags or whatever. It's going to give you the 45-degree angle. I'll open it up and show you. I got to
The
put them all
fractal
in a
plus
tote.
turned sideways is the same as a fractal 75. 8-bit yes, 75 millimeters and ducted.
Yep. 75 millimeters ducted. The last I saw on UDL since the 45. Last I seen on UDL, Fractal was one of the approved frames. So, got that. Going to get some PVC. Also talked with Neo. Thanks for the link
I was
on
thinking
that.
on the wider Pro lol, but cool to know a fractal can scoot the UDL.
Yep. It's probably gonna. You probably have to go analog to, keep it from being a real pig. I think if you put HDzero on it, would just be heavy. So, all right. Let me do this. I'm not gonna. I wanted a better crash gate for the races, and so I don't know if you can see the little picture of it. So I ordered this. I'm gonna cut one side of it out, put it up on a table, put some padding or netting in the bottom of it, and I'm gonna try this for our crash gate. This race. I'm not gonna open them. Please don't ask me to. But I got this one too. Notice the top is open. I think what I'm going to do, it didn't come with any of the balls. I think what I'm going to do is cut the bottom out of that and make this because I think that hole in the top is like 48 inches, 49 inches.
Cinematic only.
So make it like a dive gate. So, yeah. So that, let me make sure that I'm not forgetting something. I think that will do it. And of course, I always forget stuff, but I can save it for another time. I think that wraps up the mail call for today. Jump on over, one more time again, jump on over if you want some skip sticks. Jump on over to TinyRacer.com, and he's got some other stuff on there, canopies, and I don't know what all yet, but yeah,
Crash
pick you up
dive.
some.
Lol.
A crash dive. That could be cool. Hang it up, and you actually got to crash into it via dive. Good idea.
Keep the balls in the dive gate, so you know if you mess up, you for sure stuck. Don't crash. Get good.
Yeah, I'm probably going to put a net in the bottom of it. Crash dive. I like that, Johnny. I like that. Huh. Fractal sucks. I've got a Fractal Sucks hoodie. I just don't wear hoodies that much. But yeah, Skip's a great guy. Go by there and help him out. All right, the next thing I was going to get into is we're going to talk a little bit about trophies, about custom race trophies. I have thought this. I
That
know.
is a good idea. Crash dive into the pit.
Yeah, and it's got a little door on the side of it.
TinyWhoop mosh pit.
Yeah, could just drop down right down into it. Huh? Might be something you see. Good idea. Let me talk to you guys about trophies for a minute. I'm going to leave that one. That's a big one. I'm going to leave it.
We have an awesome trophy game in NY.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's important, Rabble. I mean, give me just a second. Okay. All right. Coming back. I think it's important for a couple of reasons. One, let me switch back to the bench, show you some of them. This is what I first started out doing. This was just, you can download this off of Thingiverse or whatever, and I ordered these stickers. It's actually Soki Winter Whoop Season 2023. And actually this one was on February 24th that I won it. And this is gold. It doesn't really say anything on it. The big one back up behind me that I started to grab up there on the thing, it well, let's see if we can see it. See that big gold one right there? That is basically this one. Basically this one, but about twice as tall, and it's got the place. It's got first place, and that
It's
was
super cool as a competitor to look back and remember events.
yeah. And instead of having a sticker, it's got lettering on it, like these are, which will tell you second place and when and where the race was. It takes quite a bit of effort. This was last year's races. This is on the back. Skip Atreides helped make this one, and this was the. You don't always have to go with a certain set, you know, and they get bigger as you go up. And I learned instead of doing the stuff on the side, it's just better just to add a box on the back, so you can put Middle Tennessee Drone Racing, and that was 727 24. Is that right? I might be able to see it better than me. 327. I don't know. I have to put my bifocals on to be able to read it. But I think that this is something that I made. I was making these. These are going to be given away. Also, I felt this way for a while, and just no one else was doing it. Now I'm starting to see a lot of other people are doing it. This is pretty cool. You can take the little thing and it slides back on his thumb. Again, Skip helped me with this one. This was a bobblehead. I didn't like the bobblehead, so it's just glued on. So yeah, and this will tell you right here, that's just a sticker. This will be given away. But 4th place, I think that's important that everybody that makes it to finals, I know Whooptopia does it, everybody that podiums gets a trophy. And last night we were all talking, and I showed the guys my little test. I do my tests smaller. This is the test that I made to show you it gets bigger. So one of the guys last night was, I showed him this trophy here, and he was like, man, I would come to the race just to win something like that. And yes, it's a lot of time, not a lot of money, just a lot of time in painting, which I didn't paint it with hand, painting it in bamboo. And I made this one for myself because I had destroyed one of my medals from 2021. And so that's just kind of you can get basically the same thing. I just painted mess on its face. He's not nowhere near as fat as me, but I think that trophies help. One, it shows the pilots that you're thinking about them before the race. And you probably see now what come off of the printer was this. So here, a little bit of super glue, and pow, remove the supports, and that will be the first place on the 65. So if you're watching Carter, it will be a legitimate trophy. I think it shows the pilots that you
The best
care.
trophies have been the ones that were more time and thought than money.
Yeah, and you're not going to. Well, you might now, since I've showed it. You're not going to find this here at many races. It's, I could put the lettering.
Some derpy figurines.
Some derpy figurines. Send me an STL. But if you spend the time showing, I believe, if you spend the time showing pilots that you're thinking about them before the race, and you leave them with something, other than just bragging rights, you send them home with something that they can look back, and whenever they look up on their shelf and they see this on their trophy shelf, they're going to remember your race and be more likely to come out to another one. Which brings to a question that I was asked a little while back, and I didn't really know the answer. You can look at this one too. See here? This is very un-bamboo-like. What happened here is the power went off for a while. And when I don't have my printer on a battery backup, when the printer come back on, it said, do you want to continue? And I just said yes. And
We
look,
also have the Pumpkin King crown for the annual race that gets passed on year to year.
the Pumpkin King crown. Well, that's pretty cool. That's kind of like bragging rights. Who's got it this year, right? So, but it brings up another question of somebody asked me this question, and I'm gonna take this opportunity to try to answer it. I didn't really know at first. Talked with people that's more in the know than I am. Someone asked me one time, what's the difference between a race director and a chapter organizer? Well, what I would say is, hang on, let me get this stuff off real quick. And try not to mess up any lettering. But you guys know tree supports, sometimes they barely stick, and other times, man, do they stick. All right, I'll stop with that for now. So, a race director, the way I look at it, here's my take on it, and I believe it's pretty close to accurate, or I wouldn't be telling you. Stop, Marty. I could sit and fiddle with that all night. A race director is someone that when you show up to the race, they're usually one of...
SOKY Cup. Cool idea, rabble.
Yeah. The Middle Tennessee Drone Racing Cup. Yeah, we could do that. I could print out something big and have a race for the championship every year. Might be something we give away at the Southeast Drone Racing Championship. So let me get back to race director, chapter organizer, and chapter managers. For one, if you're involved in racing and everything, and you want to be more involved, ask chapter organizers, race directors, people in it, how do I become a manager? How can I help? And, a manager is just somebody that race coordinators and race directors are going to call on to help set up a race. You may be a manager that all you really do prior to the race is you may be the guy that the race director or chapter organizer depends on to make the trophies. Somebody's got to do it.
Toolman FPV.
Hey, Toolman, how's it going, man? Welcome to the channel. And I think you've been on before, yeah. So you may be the guy that helps set up gates, find a venue, something like that. But a good chapter takes a team, and I've learned something that I mostly just call myself a race director, because when I'm at a race, unless I'm at Knoxville or something, I'm usually one of the guys that's sitting behind trackside, keeping it going and all of that, keeping the race going, making sure that, I bring everything. I bring the gates and trophies, and a race director should really, in a healthy chapter, a race director should be the guy that's just going to run the race. He's going to be the one that makes sure that, like, we're this race, we've lost 2 hours out of it, and so me as a race director, it's a Pied Piper.
Pied Piper.
Yeah, like herding cats. Yeah, it's the one that the race director's main job is to make sure the race goes smoothly and everybody gets packs and everybody gets to fly, and that it's done fair and that the timing and all of that's good. A chapter organizer is the one that should be seeing to that all of everything is done. Gates, that you've got people to help you build, that you've got decent trophies, if not prizes and trophies for it. And I think a lot of people think that
Catnip works for most of them.
yeah, yeah. I think a lot of people think that race, being a chapter organizer, because it's different, that's over the chapter. Really, in from what I've learned, is the buck stops with the chapter organizer. It's their job to see to it that there is a race director. It might be them, to see to it that there's track builders, to see to it that there is gates, to see to it that, if the race director is racing, is there's somebody else to push the button. And so there's a whole lot that goes into it. So wherever you're at in the country, if you like racing and you're going consistently with a group to race, ask somebody if they need a manager, and if they're like, well, we got everything taken care of. It's like, well, I could just be the guy that does the 3D prints for you. And as a manager, you can host races, you can start events on MultiGP and all of that, but it takes a team, and the chapter organizer needs to be the kind of person that can pull together a team of people, people that will help set up and people that will help tear down. That's even more important, because you got a lot of people, if they're just coming in for a race, especially if they're driving from a long distance, when the race is over, if they got a 4-hour drive to get back home, you need to let them go as quickly as you can, but you need to have other people that'll help you tear down. And that's important. I've learned that, I've got a whoop wagon that everything goes in, and if you don't have a good group to tear down and they're just throwing everything in the back of the trailer, then stuff gets broken, stuff gets lost. So part of being a chapter organizer is seeing to it that you got people to do everything. We are Middle Tennessee Drone Racing and Soki. We thought about merging them, but we just haven't done that yet. Don't know that we will, but you need a good group of people. And if you show up at a race and you love it and you're serious about it, join the chapter. Not just online, but go up to the people in it and say, man, how can I help? I live so far away, so I can only do certain amount of things. There's, I've been under the gun, because the race is in 2 days.
We all as a chapter set up and tear down together. It's a big part. If you're a local, it's kinda a must.
Yeah. If you're local, you need to be there for it. And what I would say, if you're a manager, be dependable. That's the biggest thing. There's so many people that they want a title. They want, everybody wants to feel important and needed. That I'm not saying that that's bad. Some people just want a title, but they're not dependable. They show up late. If a race is supposed to start at 1 and you're starting setup at 12, if they show up a quarter till 1, they didn't help. If everybody was supposed to be there at 12, if you're the kind of person and you are just naturally late to everything, set it in your mind I'm going to be there 30 minutes before everybody else. And then when you run into late issues or whatever, you're not late. I have been at races that me and one other person, I'm trying to set up all of audio video timing and all of that, which is normally what a race director does, but I'm having to unload the whoop wagon and start to set gates up because people don't show up, or they're not on time, or whatever. So there's always chapters are always, and if you run into the chapter that's I've not heard of any.
If they're late, then they should be the last one out, as a local.
Yeah, that's a good rule. If they're late, then they should be the last one out. Yeah. And, well, I mean, you have, I know life happens to everybody. It happens to me, and I'm not sitting here saying in any way that I'm immune to it, but it should be the exception, not the norm, that you're always late, or you can't make it, or this and that. And it's think about football. I mean, most people are aware and they know about football. If I don't care how good Tom Brady was, if he did not have an offensive line in front of him that protected him and did their part in the game, he would have failed miserably in every game. It doesn't matter if he was playing a team that wasn't any good or not. If he didn't have people, his other teammates wasn't there doing their job, doesn't matter how good he can throw the ball. If there's nobody open to throw the ball to, what are you going to do? So if you are a manager or a regular local at your chapter, be faithful. Show up. Be the first guy there, the last guy to leave. That's the kind of stuff that people like me that's been running races for a long time, that's what we're looking for. We're looking for that guy, that girl, that group, that, whatever is going to be there on time. They're going to say, man, what can I do in between the races? One of the things that I'm not good at is I'm not on Facebook very much at all. I'm just not good at all of that. The socialist media. Did I say that right? I think I did. That's not my strong suit, is to sit.
I'm so thankful for it, Mom, and I try to back him as much as possible.
He's an awesome guy, and an asset to our hobby. He's helped me out quite a bit. Never met him in person, but he's a good dude. He's been on the channel.
Lol.
Actually, while I've been talking to you guys, I've been gluing together this first place trophy as compared to the fourth place trophy. Let me back it up. Come on. Yeah. Get Gigantor out of the way. So yeah, I mean, I got 2 more to make, and I want to get them done tonight because of my schedule. I'm busy. But so if you're in the air, if you're part of a chapter,
We can't wait to meet in person.
yes, I really look forward to that. Matt is just a great guy, and you gave us the idea about the parade, which was a big success for us. Using the drone chapter in a parade was pretty awesome. So, yeah, I'm gonna put this up there because he deserves the. He would be on here chatting tonight, but Thursday nights is his date nights, and you know, a wise man will remember that. So yeah, chapter organizer should be the guy that knows how and has the ability to get things out of others. That's what makes Chris Thomas such a good CEO, or whatever you want to call, whatever his title is at IO. Is, one thing that I study people for a living. Is what I do, and other things, and I could tell immediately from him that he was able just to get more out of people. And that's what a chapter organizer needs to be able to do. If you can't organize a race and put on a race, you're probably not in the right position. It doesn't mean that you're not part of the team. It's if you play football and you couldn't throw a spiral, you probably
Get yourself a hammer, lol.
Yeah, get a hammer. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you have, man. Sometimes you got to be tough. One of the guys in our chapter, I don't know if he's been on here tonight or not. Saw me on TV and met me, and we met at a local restaurant. And just right after that, there was a race that I was putting on, and a lot of people showed up there, and there's a lot of multipathing problems. And I just started off like, listen, guys, when I sit down behind this seat, my number one job is to get the race done. And, if your VTX is wrong or whatever, my first job is to see to it that the race gets done. So if that ends up making you mad in the process, so be it. The race has got to get done. And that guy was like, wow, man. He said, he's like, you were just kind of, he said, I was almost a little scared when I first went. And, of course, he got to know me, and hopefully he hasn't said that stuff again. So hopefully he doesn't still feel that way. But you've got to be able to do it. And if you're not a fast runner, don't ask to be the running back. Are you following me, guys? If you can't throw very good, don't try to be the quarterback. Just do what you're best at, and that will help the chapter the most. I know as a pastor, the people that work behind the scenes and don't get all of the credit for things, but that you can count on them to be there whenever anything's happening. They're cooking, they're cleaning up afterwards. Those are the kind of people those are the true heroes, if you will, of any event. It's not the people standing up in front of them with the title or their name on the back of their shirt, or I'm the boss or whatever. It doesn't matter that. I grew up in a generation where merit, and I know you're probably hearing a lot about that, and some of you are probably sickened by it, but I grew up in a time where merit got you raises, not just how long you'd been there, or not, what gender or whatever you were. And, it doesn't, the truth is, and that doesn't matter in racing. It doesn't matter, what color you are, how old you are, what sex you are. It's, when it comes down to helping at the races, it's about the race. When you get there, it's about the race. And so hopefully those that can make it to Saturday's race will appreciate the labor involved in printing 4 of these. 4-color. When you take probably one of these, probably took 12, 13 hours to print. And, you know, when you get there, that and this is going to be...
Before this body gave up on me, I would jump in like that. It was just a normal thing.
Yeah. Well, and, you know, you got people that they do have disabilities and handicaps and things like that. You know, I have chronic kidney stones, and the last race that I was at, the gymnasium where this one's going to be, I had a kidney stone attack about halfway through the UDL race, and I just wanted to go home.
That looks great.
But, thanks, man. I got a strong feeling, Johnny, you're going to come home with...
Now I am back to being the observer.
Yeah. I got a strong feeling you're going to be coming home with one of these. With 8 trophies, you're probably going to come home with 2. If I'm correct on what I see about your talent in racing. And good, I want you to come home with something. And I want you to put it up on...
Today started out good, but I can barely walk now.
Yeah. I've had days like that too, man. And, you know...
I have a couple of handy crap.
Handy crap. I got you, Mike. I got you. Whatever it is, I mean, you know, you could show up. See, at our race, I'm going to need someone to sit at a table and use this and the scales, because it's not just going to be a one-time check-in. Yeah, it's not just going to be a one-time check-in. This is the reason why we got this. If it ends up working, the reason why we got it is so that we can check at any time. If, you know...
I am way too ad for robot TTS.
Way too ADHD. Yeah, it gets me. It gets me sometimes when it's real long, and you know I'm in the middle of a thought and all of that. But still, I don't want. It helps me to see the people that are jumping on, because I can't spend the whole time. Because for one, I'm trying to look at the camera more, which is what I'm doing right now. And for most people, that makes it feel more like I'm talking with you. But in order for me to watch the chat, because I've got a screen on either side of the camera, in order for me to watch the chat, I have to do this. I'm over there, so I'm not looking at. I'm looking at you. So I want to hear when somebody comes in new, and if there's something that people want to say to me instead of just, you know, obliviating, then hit the exclamation point when you ask a question. So, I think you will more than try, Johnny. I'm pretty sure.
You do great, Marty. I am the one with the problem, lol.
That's all right, man. We all got our issues. I might try to find a little soother, because Jarvis, do y'all remember when Jarvis's voice used to be a little softer?
He is special.
Yeah. Aren't we all? Aren't we all? Are you in that comment, are you hinting that and somehow you're not? Because we know different. We know different. We all are in our own ways. So, yep. Give something to your racers. You know, leave them with something. Don't.
I think he keeps the helmet in the attic.
He keeps the helmet in the attic. You know, for one, all these trophies.
I am very special.
don't really mean nothing if your race is bad. So first thing is you got to put on a good race, and that's my first priority. There was an update, as all of you know, if you're doing an update in trackside, that I had to go in and reset everything. And while I was doing it, I learned some new stuff, and it's going to look a lot better. I hope than previous live streams racing, but you never know what you're going to run into with it. So hopefully, we don't only put on a good me as a race director, chapter organizer, whatever. I'm fine with race director. I wish that was all that I had to do, and hopefully our chapter will get big enough where the other people can handle other things, and I can just show up at races, and that's our plan. We got some things in the works, and hopefully it's going to draw some more attention to the area. But what my goal is to put on a good race, 2 good races, 65 millimeter and UDL, stream them both successfully, get good timing, get good video, and if I can do all of that
Bagzilla.
and get it
Be
done,
cool I can get my kiddo into whoops. He is out there over on the side by the land between the lakes and Ohio River area.
yeah, man, tell him to come. Pastor, how's it going, Bags? Can't wait to meet you again at Iowa. Hope you're going this year, because I'm going to try to go. 8-bit. Tell him to jump on the live streams. A good time to meet us and get used to my quirky weirdness and all of that. And would love for him to come out to a race. And you don't have to race. You can come and watch. Watching a UDL race is actually pretty good. And the venue that we're at, there's a balcony. There's a walking track like all around it.
The underground.
And so you can walk around it, and you can actually what's UDL? Underground Drone League. It used to be called UWL, used to be called the Underground Whoop League. But it's 75 millimeter spec with they're all turned down low, certain KV motors, certain battery, and it just makes it where everybody's racing. I mean, they're neck and neck. It comes down to who picks the best line and if you crash out. And we usually run 4 laps on a UDL race. So even if you do crash at the beginning, you're sitting there, kind of trying to, secretly hoping that your buddy does good and he has a good race, but there's part of you like waiting to, you're sitting there beside him waiting to hear him go, oh, come on. And the wonderful word is when you hear them say, Marshall. That's good. That at least for me, that gives me a fighting chance with some of these guys, because they grind on the sim and all of that. But for a good race director and a good chapter organizer, when you start getting people in your chapter that's kicking your tail and it's a lot faster than you, then you're doing a good job. Like I used to tell people, I used to do continuing education seminars for surveyors, engineers, people in water utility districts and things like that. And I'd always tell people in leadership that you're doing a good job when you've got enough people under you that could do your job.
Ryan.
So bro has no neck. That's right, I don't. It's just I have chins. It goes from this chin all the way down. More chins than the Chinese phone book. That's me. So, yeah. Welcome to the channel, Ryan. All right. So again, I want to leave you with that. Leave your racers with something. You know, I know that some of them, when I know that there's some that have these right here, and even the bigger ones like that one right up there, that they probably can't find them. They don't know where they're at. But I've got medals up underneath there. You can see them hanging from that rack. And I have all of my trophies except for one. I did break a medal. Don't ask me how I did it, but I did. And that's what I made this one for, to kind of go in its place. That's really what's testing out the bigger one. So yeah, give your pilots something. Leave them with something. And if they're like me, they'll put it up on a shelf. And whenever they look at it, you know.
Earthworm Jim ain't got no chins, ain't he all neck?
Earthworm Jim ain't got no chin. He's all neck. Yep. So I hope that answers your question on you know, quote management in a chapter. Now, if you're registering the chapter through the AMA, you have to have a president, a vice president, and a secretary, and that's just positions that are more figureheads that people at the AMA have to know. That's a little different. That's probably something we could talk about on another stream. So, yeah, that's it. That's where we're at. I've got the other drone part and the placement part done on the other two, second and third. And here it is. Glue's dried. You can see a little bit of glue right here on this, but that's okay. They don't have to be perfect. But see, nobody else. I made this one myself. Atreides helped me, give me some pointers on Tinkercad, but nobody else has one of these, and there's only going to be 4 that will have one of these for February the 2nd, 2025. So, yeah, I think that offers something. There was a guy on the Discord last night. I think I already told you this. That he said, man, if I lived closer, I would come to race just to win trophies like that. Pastor, do you think an A30 connector will work great on a 2S LiPo? I don't have a lot of. Now, are you talking about the beta, the 3-prong? Let me make sure I know what you're talking about. I've got it stuck in my brain between one of two things. I had pieces of tree support in between the keys on my keyboard. Let me call it LiPo connector. It's the A30. Let me see. Okay. Yes. The A30 is the one that's...
neck, or just a bigger neck than you.
Ryan, no neck. I have a neck. It's just covered with a fluffy shield.
I once had the goal to go around to the Whoop races to livestream them, talk to pilots, etc. But life kinda changed that path on me real quick. Not sure I can get back on that trail.
Yeah, you can, man. I have faith in you. Let me. This is what he's talking about here, I believe. The A30 connector. Let me. Hang on. Yes, I think it. I think it probably would work for it. For a 2S. Yeah, I think it would. I wouldn't do 3S. Now, what I like to do with these, because I pretty much fly BT 2.0, is I like to take my
Life
snips.
really likes to take a dump on awesome ideas and plans.
Yes.
8-bit, that's an awesome idea and would help the hobby.
Yep. Do what you can. I mean, what it is that you can do, that's what you should be doing. And I don't mean this derogatory in any kind of way. I know you will know this, 8-bit. But trust me, from life experience, you can't let the stuff that you can't do get you down. So, but what I normally take a pair of these snips and the little nib right here on the connector. I just cut it just a little bit so you don't fight it as much with a regular BT 2.0. But yes, I do. To answer your question, June, I think it would work. I would not try 3S on it.
I would, man. I would be so down to do that. It might be a long minute before I could.
Yeah, I mean, there's a need for that. You know, if I had somebody that was like going to walk around with I've got a DJI Osmo Pocket 2. If somebody was just walk around with that and get some shots, some B-roll shots of people going through the gates and stuff like that. For that matter,
I feel ya, Marty. It ain't bout the life getting ya down thang. It's the pockets ain't got nothing in em but lent right nows.
yeah, I understand.
I thought so. Thanks, Marty.
Yeah. I understand being so broke that you can't pay attention, and but you know, we find a way. We find a way, and that's one of the things about people in this hobby that stay in the hobby is we're tenacious. It takes tenacious people to stay in the hobby. You know, how many videos have we heard? I'm done. That's it. I quit. You know, FPV's too hard or whatever. You know, I haven't said that once. I love the hobby. I'm generally not a quitter on anything. So when I had my head injury, I flew ultra micros, 3D, and you know, I had buddies and friends that I met with and we flew with. And when I had my head injury, I lost purposeful hand use of my left hand. Your throttle stick, which you know, is important. It's especially when you're hovering an airplane. It's very important. I started selling my planes and was just going to get out of the hobby, and it was a friend of mine, McFly, as you might see him on here, that showed me that you can still do things. You just got to do them different than you did. And as you get older, guys, you know this. You can't. Well, at least not me. I mean, I know there's some 50-year-olds that can still do what they did in college, but not me. I don't have the back for it anymore, and the mind. So just do what you can do, man. you, no matter what your handicap, would you like that, Mike? No matter what your handicap is, you still have a purpose. And you still are needed at your chapter. And that's a great idea that you had there, 8-bit.
Drone Max is down the road basically. At the moment even they're far away. Hoping, that thin thread of hope is how I have made it through this life so far. It's been pretty strong to hold on to.
Yep, that thread of hope. If you hang on to it, very, very seldom does it break. Most of the time we slip off of it. Yeah, there's a lot of people in that. I mean, I've done a lot of flying alone. And, after COVID pretty much killed soaking. When I became a part of this group, I didn't make this logo. What are you doing? Hello, McFlies. You know what? The Insta360 link does not like this. It got confused. I guess it thought it was my head or something and then started searching for it. But this chapter pretty much died. It's just me and a couple other people. And there for a while, I was the only one still at Soki. I'm the only one running races and that kind of stuff. So sometimes you just got to keep things alive long enough for the pendulum to swing back the other way. And I think it's starting to. So, yeah, that's the first time that I've seen anything freak out the Insta360. Does it stop following me? Yeah. You just touch it, and then it'll start following you. You're supposed to be able to do a hand signal, but I got too much stuff up on the screen for that. So, yeah. So that's what I think that goes to what I'm trying to say tonight. What 8-bit said here is the role of a chapter organizer is organizing events, but it's also making sure that the spectators have a good time. If they show up to spectate, they're showing up to your event. If there's someone in your event that something happened to them and they lost the ability to fly, or they, don't have money for goggles, or don't have money for a new UDL or something like that, then find out what they can do. And I know, me personally, somebody, and I have given away so much stuff. I've given away more stuff than I've sold. I've actually tried over the last couple of years not to give away as much to people, actual drones to people working in the chapter, because in my experience, it causes more problems than it helps. But I've given away more stuff to people, and then you start selling to people, and that's a different thing. And you sell a used quad to a noob or something like that, and they take it home, and 2 batteries after they buy it, they crash it into the cat bowl and want to try to tell you sold them a bad drone. So we've all been there. So, or they just forget completely that they said they would pay you for it, and they keep it. And but that's part of it. It's all part of it. That's the bad parts of it. The good parts of it's getting together and camaraderie, and that's why I still do it. But just like with what 8-bit was saying, you got to take the bad with the good and make the best out of your situation. And so there's a lot of people.
Selling to new BS is the most frustrating thing.
Yes. Yes. Yep. Yeah, it is. But, you know, it's what's worse is giving a noob. I've been at races before where spectators show up and like, oh man, this is cool. And everybody at the race joins together and gives everything. Somebody will give a radio. Somebody will give a TinyWhoop. Somebody will give a set of goggles. Somebody will give chargers. And that person leaves and they got everything they need to do it, and you never hear from them. And, you know, that's even more frustrating. But that's part of the hobby too. So it makes it that much sweeter when somebody actually steps up and appreciates what you got and what you've given them and starts racing with it. I take a free drone. Yeah. Well, Raymond, I know you live on the other side of the country, man. Just if you can find
Big time
a race.
Marty.
Yep. Thanks, Mike. Sky. If you can find somebody to show up at, man, show up, volunteer, and, you know, the next thing you know, if you're faithful and you're dependable, you'll be, I'm sure the people that are putting together races will be calling you and asking you, hey, you know, do you mind doing this or do you mind doing that? And you get there a little early and help us set up or design a track. You know, both of our tracks that we are going to have up Saturday are on Velocidrome. Look up Crossroad Church, February 22nd. Now there's 2 UDLs named that. You know, you got the right one when you see the starting gate is like a big arch. If the starting gate is a cube, then that's not the right one. So, yeah, that's what we hope. We hope there's a lot of people that come out and show up. And I think between Soki and Middle Tennessee, I think we're looking right now, which there's some people that I know told me that they're going to come that are not signed up. Please, well, that's one thing to do. If your chapter has the race on MultiGP, go on there and sign up because it helps. Because, you know, tomorrow night, I will sit down and I will go through both of the chapters and I'm going to put everybody's name that's in there. So if you know somebody like Johnny, if that gentleman that you was talking about that may need to borrow a UDL, if he's coming, encourage him to sign up for MultiGP and go on to Soki if he's wanting to do the UDL. But they're both on Soki and Middle Tennessee. We may, I'm thinking about changing that to having one race that's run by, which, you know, it's the same group of us doing both of them. But just so that the chapter don't die, thinking about doing one race with Middle Tennessee and the other one with Soki. So, yeah. Okay. All right. Well.
P-Ween messaged me earlier and he will have to work, so he will not make it, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, hopefully we'll put on a good show and you can bring some trophies. Do you live near him or something? If you do, you can show off your trophies to him and tell him how good of a time you got, and maybe next time he won't have to work and he can make it there. If you're watching, Queen, I hope you can, man. But yeah, sign
Good
up.
for me, though, because he took 3rd last week and I got 4th, lol.
Oh, so that's better for you, right? Hey, but you know what? You get better you get faster when you fly against people that are faster than you. If you're the fastest guy there, you're never really challenged. So it's better for you in the long run. So, all right. Let me see what else. Any other race questions or questions about anything that we've talked about tonight? Again, I'm going to show it again. Go over to... Oh, it's flipped out again. TinyRacer.com or TinyRacer.com and help out my buddy Skip over there. There we go. Have to look down and let it catch me again. So, yeah. Are these batteries? Yes, they are all storaged. So, I can put them in my case. So, it's teeny. Yep, teeny. Which is smaller.
It's teeny.
Yep, which is smaller than tiny. Teeny tiny. Or teeny weeny. I need to print up another one of these. I'm going to print up another battery case. Might, if I have some time to print, I might print up a few of these and give them away. Also, I don't have money to give people. It's not one of the things that I have lots of, but I've got filament and I've got a bamboo, so I can certainly print. So, but yeah, I mean, like 8-bit, if you live near here, I would come and pick you up if you were able to get out and put you in a rolling chair and sit you at the table and say, hey man, put every quad on here. Make sure it's at least 40 grams with the battery. And every now and then bring them in and check their RPMs. Make sure that they're still on the spec. So I would also take a separate laptop and put my RF Explorer on it and set that there with you and say, to be watching the channels. And because, sometimes in the middle of a race, people
Z King FPV. Man, I
hey.
can't get the VA to get me a rolling chair.
Well, maybe you can after Doge takes care of the VA. I wonder what they're going to find there. How's it going, Zach? Yeah, don't watch back at the first of it. Because sorry, I'm late. I was talking about being late to races and all that kind of stuff. Zach's just getting off work probably. Yeah, here's the other. This is the 65 millimeter trophy. So, yep. Got the last two printing. So, yeah. Maybe they can get you a chair.
They will find a whole lot of morons.
I think they've already found that, man. There's no shortage of that. That's for sure. I just think it's funny that the people screaming the loudest is like, you don't have the right. You don't have the right to stop us from stealing money from the people. Don't you understand? We're politicians. So, and y'all have heard me say this before. Not a big political guy, but I'm a pastor, so I do believe in word study. And poly
Yay, New Mexico for the most part has a lot of M. The latest doctors seem sincere and showing some real effort.
Yeah, that's good, man. As I was saying, politics. Poly means many, and ticks are blood-sucking leeches. So, that's my thoughts on politics. And, I think there's people on both sides, all three, four, whatever, ever how many sides there are that are running scared right now because they don't want the American people to find out. They don't want Elon to cut off their money. I've always said this is like, how does somebody that makes, $60,000 a year or $75,000 a year go into politics, and in a few years their net worth is 30-40 million? Yep. Corruption. How else? I mean, if there's another way to explain it to me, explain it to me. My ears are open. Yep.
Wait till they find out this was native land and it was stolen.
Was it really native land, though? Something to think about. Was it really? I mean, was Columbus and them the first people from the east to find America? I don't know. Let me shift gears on you guys.
It was conquered 8-bit fair and square.
It was conquered fair and square. Yeah, well. To the winner goes the spoils, right? Let's, Johnny, I'm going to show some of your videos, if you're all right with that. Let's see what's new in Race Talk real quick. Oh, well, let's look at this first. Oh, let's look at the Race Talk. All right, then. All right. Outset's showing off his UDL at 40.2, 40.5. Skull and Crossbones.
Someone sometimes said yoink. That made it official.
Exile Scoop. Yoink. Made it sort of official. Yeah. So, yeah, that's Offset. He's pretty fast. He's coming on. He's racing a lot with us on the Discord. Get back over here on this page. Here is Mr. Johnny's. He's got that 533 blue on there. Or, no, he's listing the basic rules. There we go. He's orange and red. Yeah.
Yep, that's pretty much it.
Got my igniters ready. And bringing 2. Yeah. Smart man. See you Saturday. Yeah. Weighing the batteries there. What I can't really see on there. What did you get when you weighed them, Johnny? Did you get what I got? I don't remember what I weighed. I'll put the scales back in the box. I can't. Let me see if I click on it, make it bigger. Nope. Let's say 11? 16? I can't really see it. 40.7. 41. Yeah, but it looks good, man. Did you cut the crap off the back of it?
Tiny
looks like you
Whoop was
did.
11.1, We Bleed was 11.6.
TinyWhoop 450, did it have a pigtail on it? I haven't seen the TinyWhoop ones with the pigtail. I usually get most of what TinyWhoop has. Must have let that one slip by me. So, on your videos, your flight videos that you posted.
Thanks. Yes, I cut the crap off, but my leads overlap a little bit. And yes, Tiny W Hoop with pigtail.
Okay, yeah, I need to look at that. So it was the lightest. No. TinyWhoop, yeah, 1111. I need to get some of those and try those. Your videos, Johnny, do they have copyrighted music on them? We'll show a couple of them here. The Race Rocket 2-inch on 2S. We can show your video there, and just want to make sure that it doesn't have. If it does, I'll just mute it. I'll start to show it. Hold up.
Yes, my race video does have copyright.
Okay, that's fine. I can talk through it. Which you can also chat and tell us.
Race Rocket isn't my vid.
Race Rocket's not yours? Let me see who it is. Oh, that's Johnny D. Well, let's look at Race Rocket. Let's look at Johnny D's first, and then we'll do Johnny Scars. Dog about got it. That dog wanted to eat him a drone right there. At least with a dog like that, you don't have to do the walk of shame, you know. I think Johnny races from a wheelchair, or flies from a wheelchair, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, yes, he's over there in a wheelchair. And people walking down there are going to think that dog's running after them.
Shoot FPV. What's up, everyone?
Hey, shoot. Welcome to the channel, man. The like button there. Johnny D RC. Let's see how much more time he's got left on this. He's got
You
just a little bit. Well, I wonder if Johnny D has got that dog trained to fetch his drone if it goes down for him. Maybe. A little 2S Race Rocket. Analog. Gotta love analog. People always say you think analog's dead. I don't think analog will die. I think there's always going to be room for it. Oh yeah. Oh, he just wants to chase. He don't want to eat it. He just wants to chase. Bargain at it. Fly again. Nope. Stop. How many times do I have to tell YouTube to stop with the autoplay and crap? Probably don't need to have this on the screen.
Sit UBU sit.
Sit Scoob. UB. UBU.
I forgot no more Infinity Loop stream on Thursdays.
Oh, well, good. Y'all can come here then. I've been meaning to have heads on again. Playback. All right, I'm not going to mess with that right now. Let's see the next one in the list. Johnny D, Johnny D. Johnny Scars. I thought you put a video on. These are all Johnny D. I've got him up to date. Video links. All right. I'm not seeing it. If I
All the way up in here.
Johnny, I didn't see. Yep. I didn't see it. I thought I misread Johnny D's as yours. Do you have a video that you posted on the Discord? 90%. Yeah. Yeah, that's all right. Guys, if you can, smash that like button for me. Let's try to get
Race
the
Talk
likes
channel.
up there. Race Talk. You showed a video? Ah! Yes, there it is. I knew it was somewhere. Stuck in between the igniters and stuff. All right. My first race, 533. Wait. Hang on. I don't have it all in here. We'll just do it like that. Guys, go to Johnny and subscribe to his.
90% smash the like button.
Yep. Smash it 90% of the time. 90%ers. My first race. 533 Winter Series, February the 8th. Thank you to Team 533 for putting together this race. It was awesome. Here we go. This is TinyWhoop, right? Yep. Got them dive gates. It was killer, wasn't they? Oh, Atreides Skip. He has a philosophy similar to mine that you need to have at least one or two elements in a race that slows down crazy fast pilots. I watched part of this live. Wasn't able to watch the finals. But yeah, for your first race, man, you did pretty awesome, man. Getting that dive gate in there it's a big one. Pretty simple course, but it was complex enough that it was giving some people some fits. So you don't want it to be too hard. You don't want it to be too easy. You want it to kind of be just right. That's what this one looked like. It was. Look right there. We've got somebody in his sights on it. UDL, that's so much. Oh. When you're in UDL, the other quad just stands out like a turd in a punch bowl. Like right there. Who is that you were had in your sights there, Johnny? Third place qualifying. Didn't make the final. Well, hey man, that's great. Let me get out of this before it starts to play something else. All right. Yeah, I heard that.
Lots of crashin' AMD bumpin'.
Yeah, rubbin's racing, ain't it? Ain't that how the saying goes? So yeah. Well, I look forward to meeting you in person Saturday, and look forward to you summarily kicking my hind end, at least in 65 millimeter. Hopefully, I can stand a chance of holding my own a little better with UDL. I've been practicing it a little bit more than 65, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the race, and I'm not going to belabor the stream
Charlie
tonight.
Toe passed me in one clip for the win, and Skip is in there a few times too.
Charlito, you've got to watch her, because that's what I tried to say it in the chat on it, and I didn't type it right. She's sneaky. She's one of those kind of pilots that, and if you're watching Charlotte, this is a compliment. She's one of those kind of pilots that she just seems to get faster as the night goes on, or the day goes on. And there's been a lot of times that, during qualifying or whatever, I'd have her beat, and she'd come back in finals just right past you at the last second. I think she does good under pressure. Some people don't. Good night, Raymond. Some people don't do good in the finals or the pressure of the finals, but she does. At least the times that I've raced her, she does. So
Steady Eddie, get good, don't crash.
that's it. Steady Eddie. Well, that's what I try to do.
Lol, listen to me. I would be lost and crashing.
Yeah. Well, I like to be smooth, and not always, but there's some pilots that they like to whip it and snap it and all that kind of stuff. But I like to pick a line, and then just try to get faster with that. And usually by the end of the night, I usually have a good grip on what my fastest is like, and so it's
Yep, you gotta watch her close. Her and Wade are great folks.
Oh,
we
they
all
are.
hung out after the race last week.
Yeah, they are great. I like both of them a lot. They're very, very good people. I wished I lived closer to them. I'm still going to try to make it over there, but for me, it's right around 6 hours. So that's a little bit long, but still need to get over there and race with them sometimes. So, all right. Any questions, guys? Who all is going to show up to steal the trophies from me? I'm planning on coming home with 2 of them. Probably this one. That's probably what I'm going to end up with. Oh, over this one and this one. This one ain't hardly big enough to
Pastor,
put
if
up
you
on.
remember, can you please bring some of your stickers for me?
Yes. Yes, I will right now. Put them in. I'm going to put them in my UDL case.
If I can get this current dock to help get this pain to let go a bit, right now ain't no way I can focus long enough for a race. The pain straight takes me out of my flow, and it did not used to.
Pain laid to the bone, mama. And I gotta give you a magnet. I'll put them in my case. Give you the OG magnet. Yeah, let's see what else I got. You might be interested in. Want some premium Whoop lube? Yeah, we'll throw that in. Throwing some TinyWhoop stickers also. Everybody loves
Yay Flying was
stickers.
one of those thags that took me away from it a bit. I miss that.
How about a big one? We'll throw a big one in there too. There was a Team PhatPastor. Did I? Do I have any more of those left? Yeah. You race HDzero, right? So the Team PhatPastor. All right. I've got them, and I'm putting them in the case with my. Got a fistful of them. I'll put them in the case with my UDLs.
Cool. Yes, I like that. Thanks.
Let me do something here. How about a pair of these? Strix sunglasses. You wear sunglasses, Johnny D? Check it out. You can go on my merch store and buy you some awesome PhatPastor shorts. Team PhatPastor race HDzero. All right, I'm throwing them in there. If you don't like them, we can give them to somebody else. All right. Thanks for the reminder, man. I probably would have remembered. I got a post-it note over there on my stuff to bring. But went ahead and got it out of the way. So there's no risk in me leaving. Hello?
Fitch,
Hello?
you're so bright, gotta wear shades.
That's it. There we go. Future so bright. Yeah, I like that. I like the spelling of that.
I wear glasses, but those are sweet.
All right. Well, we'll throw them. I know you. I've heard you have some kiddos, so maybe they'll like them or something. All right.
Or them shades that let you really see things.
What was that old movie that had what's his name? Rowdy Ronnie Piper in it. You guys remember that one? Forgot when he put on the glasses, he could see that it was really aliens.
Yay, Roddy.
Yeah, old Rowdy Roddy Piper. He was on an airplane with me one time. Sit right up in front of me when I was flying to Maryland. I actually talked to him for about 2 minutes. And he said he was going to sleep and put some headphones on and lean back on me. And it was on Southwest, so there is no first class. So, all right. Well, yay, Rowdy Roddy Piper. All right. Let me check at the stream health. Is
Snotty kids kicking the seat while trying to nap, eh?
yeah. Stream health is excellent. Right. Yeah, get you guys to smash that like button again. If we can get those likes up to 15, it would be nice. Get them up to 20 would be even better. Snotty kids, yep. Yeah, that's... And I don't know about you guys, but every time I fly, it gives me just like a pounding headache. I think it's the pressure change or whatever. But no, I don't like to fly. I'd much rather drive. So I'm thinking about, for another race, making something like this but bigger, and making the place where you can insert it in at the race, where you can just like plug it in, like I have a little hole there, and making it bigger, and having like a black-headed guy, blonde-headed, red-headed, gray-headed. I don't know if I probably could do ball-headed, but it would take some work to get. I'll show you, because all this is a shrunk down, colored different version of this, and it takes some work to get that hair trimmed off there, because it's kind of detailed. Vault Tech.
Bald for me.
I thought so. I'd have to work on that. I'd have to get Skip's help with that, but I could. And then be first come, first serve on who won. First place could pick whichever one they wanted.
Manscaped.
Slip their first place in it, second place, and then if it got down to whoever was fourth place, if they wasn't redheaded, then that's the one you're getting. So, Manscaped. They bit you ain't right, but you ain't wrong, but you ain't right. So maybe that's why I like you. Yeah, guys, want to thank everybody for your memberships and all of that. And if you like the channel, and the best way to support it is down in the links, for as little as $2 a month, you can become a member, and that gets you stickers and magnets. It also gets you extra
Yay,
tickets.
broken and glitchy.
Yeah, it also gets you extra tickets on the giveaways, which are nice. So, yeah. All right, broken and glitchy. Yeah, you know the thing about a broken lamp is it shines brightest through the cracks when it's put back together. So let your cracked up, messed up life be your strength. And that's what I try to tell people and try to encourage people. So
It's insane!
insane. Thank McFly's $10 super chat. Thank you. Thanks, Pastor. Well, thank you, man. I didn't even know you was listening. But thank you for what you do. And all of that. All right. June Loco has become a member. Thank you, Mr. Loco. And I appreciate that. All of that helps the channel. Helps me to be able to buy filament to print crazy big trophies for people. And all of that. All right. Yeah, I need to make a note. I had a note, but I lost it. I need to make a note to put your names in the screen back here. I have to redo this.
Yay man, the emotional parts I get through. Right now the physical has been a bit overwhelming and all-consuming. I have good days like today, but most days ugh.
I understand. I understand completely. So all right. Hang on, I'll get the text here, guys. All right. Oh, yes, you get access to the make them fly all over the screen there. Also get access to the peeing on remote ID. All right. I'm good to go. All right. Thank you, June. Appreciate it, man. Wished you lived closer. Yes. Welcome to the freaks. Yep. Again, let me share with you the. Well, I keep working on this. I keep seeing little things that I gotta fix. Little R that at the end of the R there in racing looks a little wonky, but that's where I'm at. Let me make a note to put June Loco and Johnny on the screen. It scrolls the list of members on there. I have to make a note, guys. I'm getting old. Come on, pen. Work. was. And John Low Call. Let me write this right. L-O-K. Oh. All right. I got it. Post it now. Going to stick it on my trophy here.
You're welcome, you deserve it. Thanks for everything you do, sir.
Well, man, thank you. Don't feel like I deserve it. You guys are more generous than I feel like I deserve, but hey, I try, man. And as a member, you guys will also have access to the members part of YouTube. Should do this part for me. It's supposed to do this part for me, but if it's classically bad about not doing it, so message me or something if it hasn't. As a member, you should see member stream links and members swap meet stuff. Why is it not scrolling? Come on. There you go. That's sold. Need to list it as sold. But yeah, there's things that you can put on there, and also there's separate voice channels that you can get on. But let me know in a direct message in the Freaks and FPV Freaks, because it's classically bad about not doing it. But for those that only do a membership for a little while, it's also classically bad about not removing somebody once they get on there. So I don't feel so bad about it. That's something that YouTube likes to do. They don't like it when I go into it manually, but if they don't do it, it should take about 24 hours. Johnny, if you don't have access to that, let me know. You should already have that. So, and I'll be on Discord later tonight after the stream, because I'm gonna finish up those prints that are working right over there. Make 2 more of these, and then I'll be on Discord to chat. You guys are welcome to chat with me. Come on and race, or just share your what's going on, your builds. We have gear reviews, and also if there's Pastor Reacts videos, that's something that we'll probably start doing it on Tuesday nights with the Prop Bros panel. So, all right, I think this is going to wrap me up for the night. How long have I been streaming? Come on, YouTube. There we go. 2.5 hours. It's been a long enough stream. You've seen my ugly mug long enough, haven't you? There you can join the Discord. It's free. You don't have to be a member to join the Discord. It's absolutely free. You can come and set up race chats down there. You can just come and talk with your buddies. The good thing about Discord, if you're having a build problem, no matter where you're at, I mean, especially if you're overseas, because there's a lot of times that we're still on there 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, and Apache Smoke Wounded Sniper shows up, drops in every now and then, because it's AM there for him sometimes. I think it's him that pops in there. I know it's someone from overseas. But yeah, you're welcome. The Discord's completely free. You're welcome to get on there with your buddies and chat and all of that. Just be respectful of everybody, especially when there's minors on there. And I'm not talking about coal miners, just underage. Be careful what you post and all of that. This is a family-friendly channel.
Thanks, Marty. Take it easy on that flux capacitor. They're getting scrass with all this new tech out in the skies. Have a good one, man. Good luck on the races.
Right there, buddy.
Enjoyed it. Thanks, Pastor.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you all. And remember, wherever you're at, whatever you're doing, keep flying and rise up and meet me in the air.